Okay, back-to-back storm systems, but the first one is really warm with a lot of rain coming our way, just a little bit of snow across the UP. Okay, so we have two storm systems coming our way. One warm and rainy with a little bit of snow, the other one with a lot of bit of snow, colder, windier with just a little bit of rain. Let's break the first one down. All right, so actually, most of the day Thursday is not going to be half bad. Here is a look starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're starting to see perhaps a little bit of rain over the southern part of Lake Michigan. 5, 6, 7 p.m. right here, you can see we have a band of rain coming through from about Grand Rapids and Muskegon through Lansing down into parts of Monroe County, over by Adrian and Lenawee County as well. But look at all that moisture still coming from back over by Wisconsin. This is now getting toward about 9 o'clock in the evening here. We're starting to see some snow come down in parts of the western UP, just a little bit. Everyone else, we're looking at the possibility for steady, if not some heavy rainfall coming on by. And as we continue into the overnight, this is midnight into your Friday morning right here. We do have the possibility for some thunderstorms down around the Michigan, Indiana, Ohio border, while we have some heavier snow starting to form down parts of the western UP. But even then, at times that could be mixing in with rain, especially the closer to Lake Superior that you are. Notice though, those oranges and yellows in the rainfall areas are indicating those heavier downpours. And now we're getting toward about 2 o'clock in the morning here, 3, 4, 5. Things starting to wind down already. So primarily an overnight from, sunset to sunrise kind of event. But again, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock here, things are pretty much wrapped up. A little bit of snow in the upper peninsula still, a little bit of rain down to the south, and we're just going to kind of see that meander throughout the morning hours before things start to improve. Now, it is going to be another very gray, perhaps even foggy Friday coming your way, with temperatures getting just a little bit cooler on the backside of the system. Not much, just a little bit. And this isn't a huge snowmaker, so I'm just going to let the model handle this one. We're looking for a swath of about 2 to 4 inches indicated by the blue there. So that would be from the higher elevations west of Marquette by Ishpeming down into Marquette itself, Sawyer, and then further over to the east as we get toward Munising, a little bit into Pictured Rocks, but again, 2 to 4 inches, that's really about it. Notice though, by the time you get over by L'Anse and Twin Lakes and the Keweenaw, Porcupine Mountains, we're not going to see anything out of this, just very little. And for the rest of the state, that means a lot of rain. So here's a look at the potential rainfall that we could see coming from this system. Now, keep in mind, in parts of the UP, that will be in the form of snow in most cases. But for everyone else, so from the Straits of Mackinac, the eastern UP, down into northern lower, the rest of the lower peninsula, that's all liquid rain coming down. Parts of Hillsdale over toward Coldwater, perhaps, Sturgis, we could see around an inch of rain come down, maybe even around an inch also from Beaver Island right through the Straits of Mackinac, and then a little further off to the east through the Lishno Islands and then over by Drummond Island as well. And some areas will see just a little bit less than that too. Now, potential wind gusts with this system are going to be a little bit on the higher side. Notice we could have potential gusts from 25 to 35 miles per hour in the UP and anywhere from 35 to 45 miles per hour down across the lower peninsula. And this is cumulative, so this is the possibility throughout later Thursday, overnight into your Friday. This is showing you the maximum potential wind gusts that we could see over that period of time. So it won't be like this the whole time, but it is going to be kind of windy as the system comes through as well. Now, lastly, I want to show you temperatures because it's going to be pretty warm out there for some of us down to the south. So this is kind of right in the middle part of your Thursday. I'll go to kind of the mid-afternoon highs here, which is right here. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's typically when our highs happen in the winter because the sun goes down pretty much right after that. So we're looking at some 30s across the UP, 40s for much of the lower peninsula, and 50s right down to the south, maybe from Grand Rapids along 96 and southward. But the storm system, remember, is just starting. So we're actually going to swing in warmer air overnight. Look what happens by midnight right here. We're getting a surge of warm air coming into southwest Michigan. That surge of warm air continues. Now we're getting into Friday morning right here. So this is 7 o'clock in the morning. Some of us are waking up to mid 50s out there. So a little bit of snow we have left down to the south is pretty much going to be gone. And then we do spike those numbers up to the possibility of some 60s in Detroit and parts of Wayne County into your Friday afternoon before the temperatures start to tumble ahead of the bigger storm system for the weekend.